All right. Awesome. How you doing? It's good to have you aboard. It is Wednesday. What day is it? Wednesday, August 20th, 2025, and we are playing the puzzles. So it's going to be fun. Let's dive in. Let's do it. I'm doing a test today. If you find my stream to be very glitchy and terrible, let me know in the comments, Gianmarco, because I have it set to ultra low latency. Usually I have it set to low latency, but I have it set to ultra low right now. And if that means that it is glitchy and terrible, let me know that, please, because hopefully it's like instant. Here, let me test it. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. About 5.5 seconds. Which hopefully means that we can have a little closer conversation, but that may also mean that things are kind of glitchy and gross. So we're going to find out. We're going to find out. I don't know. Everything's a test, right? Everything's a total experiment. Alrighty. So let's play connections. 16 words. We're trying to create 4 groups of 4. I see candy cane, carousel, ceiling fan, crook, zebra, knitting needles, crochet hook, barber pole, yin-yang symbol, yin-yang, crowbar, prepare for 2 words. Yeah, just like I said last time. You always say ahead of time. Crowbar, piano keys, chopsticks, claves, domino, ski poles, and lazy Susan. Okay, lots of doubles, huh? I see long skinny things like chopsticks, ski poles, knitting needles, claves. Claves are like those metal, not metal, wood, whatever material, wooden sticks that you bang together. It is pairs of rods. There we go. Pairs of rods. Okay, a zebra is striped. Candy cane is striped. A barber pole is striped. And crowbar, piano keys, but that's like black and white. Let me get back to you on that one. That might. Okay, here's another one. How about black and white, yin yang, zebra, black and white, piano keys, black and white, and a domino, black and white. Okay, we were overthinking that. All right. How about a crowbar is kind of a hook. A crochet hook is a hook. A candy cane is a hook. And a crook is a hook. Rods that end at one, curve at one end. Okay, more rods. Talking about rods today. Ceiling fan, spinning, barber pole spinning, carousel spinning, lazy Susan spinning. These are spinning things. Rotate about their vertical axis. Many creators I have seen mispronounce claves. How would you say clave? Like clave? What would you say? Clave. I am a drummer. Like I am a percussionist. I see that word, I say clave. There's the 3-2 clave, the 4. There's patterns to it. The way you, right? There's different patterns you can play with it. Yeah. Oh, I'm the one to know if I'm a percussionist, right? They're saying claves. Gross. Super gross. No, clave. Clave. All right, we're good. That was actually fairly easy. Pairs of rods, chopsticks, claves, knitting needles, and ski poles. Black and white things, dominoes, piano keys, yin-yang symbol, and the zebra or zebra, depending on where you are in the world. You might say it 2 different ways. Rods that curve at one end. Candy cane, crochet hook, a crook, and a crowbar. Cool. Things that rotate about their vertical axis. There's a barber pole, a carousel, a ceiling fan, and a lazy Susan on a table. Love it. All right. Well, good. Let's play the mini. We'll scroll up so we can see it a little better. There we go. All right. Oh, I know this one. Something worn by an infant or a marathon runner. Sounds like a bib, right? Your bib that has your name, your number on it. Diversion on a long flight. Maybe a movie. I have tried the new Pips game, and it's good. Oh, somebody else said, was it Tyson or somebody said that it was not great. I forget. But, yeah, I'll have to play it. Sounds fun. Phobos and Deimos for Mars. Are they moons? The moons of Mars? Join highway traffic. Merge. Oh, well, that leaves 3 M's, though. That's got to be wrong. Oh, it is. That's so funny. 4 across is delicious. Coloring for a camp shirt. Maybe tie-dye. Is it just dye? Oh, my gosh, it is. It is. We didn't even get to the across ones. Oh, or the down ones. Okay, something worn by an infant or a marathon runner. A bib. A diversion on a long flight is a movie. Not a word game, but a numbers game. It's still a logical one. Sounds cool. I wonder if I will struggle with it, honestly, because I am numerically dyslexic. So we'll see. I think I told you the story a couple days ago. I was trying to add and drop people from my classes, and I had a thing out that said I had 43 of 40, but I had it upside down so the kids could see it on the other side of the table. And this girl said, "Can I join your 1A?" And I looked and I said, "I only have 34 kids." So I added it and I turned it over and I went, "Oh my gosh, now I have 44." I only have 40 computers, right? So numbers are not my strong suit. Needless to say, my wife does our finances, and I earn the money. She knows what to do with it because, numbers are just beyond me. I struggle even when people give me, they rattle off a phone number. I'm like, "I'm so sorry, you're going to have to say that slower." "Hey, what's your student number?" They go, "Da, da, 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 da." I'm like, sorry, what? I'll have to take it literally number by number to process the number. It's crazy. It's probably not good. I'd get checked out. Phobos and Deimos are moons of Mars, apparently. I learned something new today. Join highway traffic is to merge. Coloring for a camp shirt is to dye, right? Tie-dye. I've tie-dyed some shirts. It's kind of fun. It's actually really fun. Loudly voiced one's disapproval. Booed. Boo. It's funny. Material in a walrus tusk. Ivory. Experience 4 seasons in one day, say. Binge. Oh, seasons. Oh, funny. Experience 4 seasons in one day. To binge. That's funny. I feel like I've had that clue before. Forgive me if I'm wrong there, but haven't we seen that one already? I feel like to binge watch, and specifically experience 4 seasons in one day, I feel like we've had that clue before. Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like we have. Delicious. And then opposite of west northwest is east southeast. I can't even speak today. My goodness. Anybody else feel tongue-tied today? John Marco, do you feel tongue-tied today? I have been, which is crazy because I'm usually really good at what I teach. Today specifically is like finally we get into the curriculum, and I'm teaching the history of photography. Oh, I could talk for hours about the history of photography. It's fascinating. Everything from the way light is captured with the camera obscura to Edward Muybridge settling a petty argument over $25,000, and it ended up creating motion pictures to digital to, oh my gosh, so fun. Daguerreotypes, just all of that. I love it. So today's episode is actually called History Repeated. because I do repeat that one over and over. Like once a semester, actually not once a semester, probably at least 5 or 6 times a semester, I repeat myself talking about the history of photography. I love it. This is 2 days that I just geek out over. I love the history of photography. I could talk about it for hours. Super fun. All right, go ahead, add another day to your 27-day streak. It's a brutal reminder that 27 days ago we missed water. I was at my in-laws and I had to stream on my phone. I couldn't get OBS running. It was this whole thing. Anyway, so I was off my game, needless to say, and I lost it. All right, but what we won't lose is this Wordle right here, which I will start with. What do I start with? Party. We've got an A somewhere. Bulks. B-U-L-K-S. It's a non-intersecting word, and it gave us an L. Okay. Trying to think of another word. A non-intersecting word, just the light gray letters. How about noche? Not a word. Well, in English, it's not a word. Oh, here's one. Niche. Oh, no. Oh, no. No help at all. Oh, crud. We have an A and an L, and that's it. Oh, boy. Let's see. It's not a Q, because we guessed the U. Could be a W. Haven't guessed the O yet. Right? Like primal, or it could end in AL. Oh, here's a word. Wait a minute. Modal. M-O-D and then A-L. I'm going to try it. Oh, crud. This one is hard because it's a really uncommon word, let alone two. Oh, don't tell me there's 2 double letters. Ah, why did I look at the chat? Oh, I'm such an idiot. What if you had told me the word right there? Okay, blinders on. Oh my gosh, there's 2 double letters. See, now I shouldn't have looked. Crap. I shouldn't have looked. Now I'm like on alert. I'm on high alert. Okay, what if it's blank blank A? There's an M, so it's L-M? L-L? It can't be L-L. Oh, wait. Llama. Oh gosh, that's embarrassing. That's so embarrassing. Okay, can I tell you why that happened, Gianmarco? He says, "Why did you look at the chat?" Oh my gosh. Okay. So I changed a setting today, and I wanted to know if ultra low latency is going to give me like more engagement and I can talk to you faster without there being a ton of delay. So I set it to ultra low latency, even though my internet connection absolutely just stinks. more on that too. Remind me to tell you about Google Fiber. What a nightmare that is lately. So I have pretty awful internet, and I wanted to see if ultra low latency makes it so there's little to no delay, so that we can have like an actual conversation and there's no delay between your question and my answer and that kind of thing, right? And so just I'm partly doing the puzzle. I'm partly like looking at my analytics as they roll by. And here I'm looking at my analytics and I'm like, oh, okay, is there a delay? And then I think, oh, well, is the chat running? Oh, good, the chat's running. And then so just instinctively, oh, there's a chat, I'm going to read it. And he said, this one is a hard one because it's really an uncommon word, let alone 2 double letters. And then I went, oh my gosh, you just told me part of the answer. What am I doing? Oh, crap. Oh my gosh. I feel like struck. Oh, that's embarrassing. I'm sorry. I won't do it again. I won't do it again. I promise. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I looked at the chat, Gianmarco. Golly. All right. Well, party led to an A. Niche, third non-intersecting word, led to nothing. And then I thought, okay, what's a word? How about modal? And that actually did give us an M, which is great. And actually, technically, that gave us all 3 letters, and there are 2 doubles. And so, and then however, it will probably take you 30 minutes to figure this one out. Oh no, which one? The Strands? The Strands suck today? Oh no. Oh my goodness. It's embarrassing. It really is. Llama. But from help with Gianmarco, because he said, oh, it's 2 double letters. And I looked at the chat during the Wordle. See, shame on me for looking at the chat during the Wordle. It was like mindless. It was like, oh, I wonder if ultra low latency is giving me lag. Oh, look, there's a chat. Better read it. Oh, my gosh. Maybe it would have taken me 30 minutes. Maybe I would have gotten it totally wrong. Maybe I would have just gotten it wrong. Strands is easy, though, he says. Strands is easy. All right. Mint condition. Mint condition. This could be about mints, like peppermint, or this could be about the condition of things. I don't know. I see PER like the end of pepper. Let's see. Global. Pure. Labor. Oh my gosh. Mint condition. Like untouched, new. The clue is weird. Yeah, this clue. I'm not pulling anything from this clue. I don't know what it means. LL. Should we use a hint? I All right, I'm using a hint. Euro? Mint, like mint coins? Is this about coins? Oh my gosh, it is. Look, global currency. Oh my gosh. So then what else is on there? Dollar. Oh, so over here, dollar. Dollar. Go down first. There we go. Dollar. Euro. Isn't it like denarii or something? Rand. Oh boy. How about peso? Global currency. Brazil uses the real. I honestly don't know. How about rupee? I know that one. Isn't the yuan? What's funny is that I live in a country where we use the peso, but I still got it last. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Couple countries call their money the peso, right? The Philippines, Mexico. Yeah, that's interesting. Oh, duh, the pound. Pound. And there's one left. Kwanzaa? Kwanzaa? Really? Kwanzaa. I thought Kwanzaa was a holiday. Isn't that an African-American holiday celebrated pretty much only in the U.S.? Kwanzaa. Interesting. All right. Well, we got the rupee in India, the pound in Great Britain, the euro in everywhere else in the UK, and Europe, really. The euro all through Europe. The dollar here in the U.S. and actually lots of places take dollars. The Kwanzaa, I wonder where that is a currency. And the rand, I don't know where the rand is from either. And the peso from Mexico, Philippines. I forget where else. I feel like there's other places that do a peso. But yeah. All right, well, good. That was a little challenging. It wasn't a walk in the park like Gianmarco made it sound like. Okay. Nice. If I go full screen, no, it doesn't. Oh man, I'm still laughing at myself for looking at the chat during the Wordle. It's like my one rule. If there was one rule that I had, it's don't look at the chat during the Wordle, because someone might give away the answer, right? And yet there I go. I looked at the chat during the Wordle. Golly. All right. So today in the letterbox, we're trying to solve in 6 words. We've got E, H, and U, R, V, O, B, J, M, I, A, and T. At first I saw like theater, but it's not going to work because TH, that doesn't work. Truth. I can't say a word like majority because there's no... The O and R are on the same side. Major. There's no N. I was going to say banjo. No banjo to be played here. This job? Ugh. I bet I can come up with longer words, but job. Okay, we'll go with job, I guess. Okay, birth. Harmer. Sure, harmer is a word. Okay, fine. Harm. And M-A-U-V-E, mauve. There we go. Mauve. Golly. What a puzzle today. That was a tricky one. I can't imagine how they spelled two words. We'll have to find out tomorrow how they spelled two words. Job, birth, harm, and mauve. Job, the B led to birth, the H led to harm, and the M led to mauve. How did they solve it yesterday? Jocose and exemplify. Jocose? Jocose? What does that mean? Wait. Tell me, what does that mean? Playful or humorous? Jocose. How do you pronounce it, though?
Jocose. Jocose.
Jocose? Not jocose. Jocose? Not how I would think to pronounce it, but okay. Jocose and exemplify. All right. Well, let's recap our answers. Along the way, if you like what you see, give it a like. Consider subscribing because we do this every day, and you get to see me in your feed, and we get to do these puzzles together, which is awesome. Okay. So today in the connections puzzle, honestly, smooth sailing. Today, pair of rods, chopsticks, claves. How do people count? Claves? No thanks. Claves? I've never heard that. Claves, right? Clave. It's a, Afro-Brazilian or, Cuban beats or lots of different beats will use that underlying pattern, right? You have like 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2, 3, 4 and da 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 da, right? That's a clave pattern, and you play it on these two little sticks, two little pieces of wood, and they make a beautiful sound. And I have a pair of them in my drum bag. It's that important. Today was a smooth stream, fast to disregard the Wordle accident. Oh, good. It's good to hear. Thank you for letting me know that it was a smooth stream. Maybe I can get away with ultra low latency if it allows us to have this kind of one-on-one conversation like this. That's amazing. So that is good to hear. Very good to hear. Okay, so I tested it at the beginning. Let me test it right now too, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 5 now. It was 5.5 at the beginning. So maybe we can actually keep this up. That's a good thing. That's a really good thing. Okay, I like that a lot. All right, so we got the pairs of rods, knitting needles, ski poles, claves, chopsticks. And then the yellow category, black and white things, just regular old things, whatever. dominoes and their pips. Piano keys, the sharps and flats are the black ones. And then the white keys are your natural keys, natural notes. The yin-yang symbol, or as some people would say, yin-yang. Yin-yang. Like it's Y-I-N-G. Yin-yang. Or yin-yang, potentially. And then the zebra or the zebra, depending on where you are in the world, right? Rods that curve at one end. How about a candy cane, a crochet hook, a crook, and a crowbar? Things that rotate about a vertical axis. Barber pole, carousel, ceiling fan, and lazy Susan. Barber pole. See, first off, I thought of striped things, right? You got your zebra or zebra, whatever. You got your candy cane and you got your barber pole, but I can't think of another thing that would have been striped. There's not a third thing that would have been striped. So carousel, ceiling fan, all things that spin about an axis. It's very proper to say, right? All right, something worn by an infant or a marathon runner, a bib. My son actually has a bib from one of his runs. And he's like, what do I do with this? I was like, oh my gosh, you're going to want to scrapbook that. Like, keep that as a memento. That's so important to remember throughout your life. Diversion on a long flight, a movie. I got real lucky at a thrift store one time, and we found this like a Game Boy kind of thing. It almost looks like a PlayStation PSP, if you've seen one of those, but it's not a PSP. It is an all-in-one game console that you can play like pretty rudimentary games, right? It's like Super Nintendo games and below, but you can play, Mario Kart, Super Mario Kart on the SNES. You can play, Mario Bros. You can play, Super Mario World. I'm mentioning all Mario things. You can play fighter games, that kind of stuff. So whenever I go on a flight, I make sure I bring the blue thing. My kids always call it the blue thing. So on a diversion on a long flight for me is the blue thing. And the kids know if someone's like, hey, can I play the blue thing? We all know what you're talking about. All right, so diversion on a long flight, a movie. Phobos and Deimos for Mars are their moons. Mars moons. Mars attacks. Join highway traffic, to merge. Coloring for a camp shirt, dye. Loudly voice one's disapproval, to boo, right? You booed. Material in a walrus tusk, ivory. Experience 4 seasons in one day, say, to binge. I feel like we've had that clue before. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we've had that one before, like months ago, months and months. Like one of the first ones I ever did, like 6-7 months ago. I feel like I've seen that one before. To experience 4 seasons like TV seasons. Delicious. Opposite of west, northwest, east, southeast. Love that. Okay. And then my cheat Wordle today. I'm so ashamed. I am usually so good. In fact, I even saw, as I was teaching today, I saw some kids on the computers playing the Wordle. And I'm always very careful to not look at any of the puzzles. I saw a kid playing the Strands, and I was like, nope. I covered my eyes. I'm like, nope, walking somewhere else. I try to get them to not play games, but honestly, if they're playing the New York Times games, I'm a little more lenient about that. They're playing some dumb game like a shooter or Nitro Type, or I've seen them all, goofy little .io games. I tend to go, come on, man, close that. But if they're playing the New York Times games, I'm like, you're growing your brain. I'm going to allow this. So it's kind of funny. But I'm very careful to not look at anybody ever play the Wordle or the Strands or any of these puzzles, In fact, if people want to discuss it at my lunch group, right, all the teachers that want to have lunch together, if they want to discuss it, I will either leave the room or they're like, oh, he doesn't want to hear it, right, because I haven't played the puzzles yet. It's very funny. But today, just instinctively, I saw the chat move and I went, oh, hey, Gianmarco had something to say. And he said, oh, this is a hard one because it's a double letter. And I went, what? I'm like, no, I just looked at the chat. I broke my own rule. So party, bulks, and niche, all I got was AL. And it's in the wrong place even. And then I tried modal, and then that's the point where I looked at the chat and I went, oh my gosh, wait, what am I doing? And it's 2 L's, 2 A's, llama. Oh, I don't even want to count that as a win. I'm so embarrassed. I looked at the chat. Oh, gosh. I feel like I would have gotten it anyway, but maybe you're right. Maybe I would have stared at it for a half hour. That wouldn't make for great television, though, would it? The Strands puzzle today, right? Today's theme was mint condition. Mint, like minting coins, minting dollar values. Oh, man. Global currency. Lots of different currencies from around the world. My brain is like off right now. I'm so ready to like take a nap or something. All right, you got the rupee from India. You got the pound from Great Britain. You got the euro from the rest of Europe. The dollar from the United States, and actually surprisingly lots of other places. Kwanzaa currency. Oh, Angola. Oh, I didn't know that. One Angolan kwanza is worth 0.0011 United States dollars. Holy smokes. That's not very much. Okay, $1 US and you get 917 Angolan kwanzas. Interesting. I did not know that. Okay, and then the rand. Oh, where's the rand from? Rand. Oh, from South Africa. Oh. One South African rand is worth 0.057 US dollars. Or going the other way, if you have $1 US, you get 17.67 rand. What parts of the world use pesos as currency? The Dominican Republic has the Dominican pesos. Mexico has the Mexican pesos. The Philippines, of course, has the Philippine peso. The peso? Do you say it peso? It says Philippine peso, and in parentheses it says peso. The Uruguayan peso. Let's see. Current Argentine peso, Chile, Colombia, Cuba, Dominican Republic, Mexico, Philippines, and Uruguay. Some previous ones. Oh, some that don't use a peso anymore. Oh, interesting. So the Bolivia, Costa Rica, Cuba, Ecuador, El Salvador, Equatorial Guinea, Guatemala, Guinea-Bissau. Is that how you pronounce that? Bissau? Honduras, Nicaragua, Paraguay, Peru, Puerto Rico, Spain, and Venezuela. All of those had some currency named pesos. I mean, they all look different, right? But you might call it pesos. And peso just means weight, right? Doesn't peso just mean weight? So, like, they're the little weights that are monies. Okay. Peso and rand. That's cool. And then we polished it off with letterbox today. And we did job, and the B led to birth. H led to harm. And then M led to mauve. What color is mauve? Please remind me what color mauve is. M-A-U-V-E, mauve. Is kind of a happy little purple. A happy little purple. Lots of different happy little... Look at all these different interpretations. Light mauve and mauve. That's like Barney purple. Don't say that's mauve. That's not the same color. Huh. I wouldn't call that mauve. When I think of mauve, I think of something like this. Huh. Interesting. Okay. Well, you learn something new every day, I guess. Well, you guys are great. Thanks for an awesome stream. Thanks for some fun chat. I'm glad to hear that there was not any interruptions. If you do see any breaks or things like that, I'm glad to glad to be on board and it's working. So with a better internet connection, it'll work even better. Maybe tomorrow I'll tell you my fateful story with Google Fiber. I've been hung up on by Google Fiber at least 7 or 8 times. So I'll tell you that story tomorrow. Hey, you know what? I'll tell you when you're older. How about that? 24 hours older. Oh, boy. All right. Well, you guys are great. I will catch you on the next one. See ya.